We are in Hungary and we are hungry. Budapest is known for its beautiful sights and rich history, but my favorite part might just be the delicious, flavor-packed food. And today we cannot wait to take a bite of some of the best foods this city has to offer. We're Madison and Ivan, let's madventure. We actually just came to this bakery to grab a quick bite to eat before all the other delicious Hungarian restaurants open up for us to start our food tour, but we found a pogácsa. This biscuity pastry is a Hungarian classic that all of the heroes in Hungarian folktales eat when they're going off on great adventures. So as adventurers ourselves, this was the perfect way to start off our day and our journey. Imagine the best biscuit you've ever had and then like increase that yummy, dense, buttery, herby deliciousness. It's not quite the same flavor, but it has the same deliciousness as like a Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit, but with this perfect caramelization like baked on top. Absolute perfection. This is the perfect adventure fuel.
Filled up.
Let's go.
We have the langos. It's a classic Hungarian street food snack. It's hard to go wrong with fried bread, sour cream, and shredded cheese. I mean, those are just ingredients meant to be enjoyed. That is as good as it sounds like it should be. Think like a donut, actually. It's like the texture and density of a donut, but no sweetness. Just a nice, savory little salt in there. The sour cream, this really nice freshness. Like I would not be shocked at all if they made it today in-house. This is peak drunk food. Getting like mad, like chalupa and Taco Bell vibes from this as well. The fried dough with the shredded cheese in the middle and the sour cream, actually. Those are all things you'd find in a chalupa. But just like indulgent, just fun, simple, very approachable. Such a good street food. Messy, gooey, delicious. Exactly what you want. I feel horribly unhealthy eating this, but I'm loving every minute of it.
He's loving it.
This is the langos with sour cream, shredded cheese on top, and garlic. And you can like taste that garlic on the finish. This is the traditional combination of ingredients, but nowadays you can get it however you want. And people have really done some fun twists on it. Like this meat lovers one. I am excited. I'm about the fully loaded langos. The origins of the langos are debated, but they think it came from either Turkey or Italy. And I could actually see the influence of the both between the pide and the pizza, somewhere in there. But either way, they've definitely made it their own, especially the modern twist on it. I love this.
I'm actually loving on the classic one right now. The bread has like just the right amount of crisp on the outside and then the soft, gooey inside. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. And then the cheese reminded me so much of the cheese at Chipotle. Like it's like this mild but with a little bit of good sour flavor that I absolutely love. Like the cheese at Chipotle is one of the best parts of your burrito bowl. And this is giving that. I just love this. Like with the sour cream and the cheese and the garlic, it's just such a comforting combination, but we're getting to try it in a new way here in Budapest. I love it. We have gotten the most incredible dish, a Hungarian dessert plate with 3 different cakes. This is one of the most popular desserts in all of Budapest, the Esterházy cake. And it is named after Esterházy dynasty. here in Hungary, a walnut cake with brandy vanilla buttercream here in layers, and then topped with a white fondant and this beautiful chocolate design on top. This is such a classic Budapest dish that has spread throughout this whole area in Europe now, but we're getting it here in the country where it was created. That is so good. The sweets here in the Austro-Hungarian Empire have been the perfect balance of savory and sweet every time, and this is no exception, especially with the earthiness that's coming as well. Like, this is super, super good. I really like that combination. Also, having all these walnuts makes you feel like it's a little bit healthy, like we're actually getting our protein in. This beautiful melody in your mouth. And then this is the Dobos cake, introduced by Dobos himself at the General Exhibition of Budapest in 1885. And what's really kind of fun about this cake is it's very practical. So it's a sponge cake with alternating layers of like a chocolate buttercream frosting. And the chocolate in Hungary is a thing. Like, it is supposed to be very, very good, and this is our first time trying it, so I'm excited. And then if you notice, this top layer looks a little funky. It is like a caramel layer. This is the innovation. This caramel layer was designed to help the cake keep longer, to keep it nice and moist on the inside. So they put this here to like keep the moisture from escaping. Now the thing with this caramel layer is that the cake is pre-cut, because it would all crack if you didn't cut the cake before. As you can see how hard and sticky this is. If you try to cut into it, you will end up breaking the whole cake. You can't go wrong when you combine chocolate, vanilla, and caramel. This chocolate is so rich and delicious, and the caramel is giving it this perfect toasted, caramelized taste to it. It's just absolutely delicious. The sponge cake is spongy, bouncy. The chocolate buttercream is nice and creamy, and then the just crisp that you're getting from the caramel layer, that little crunch that you get as you bite into it. Just such a good combination of textures as well. I love how texture seems to play just as big of a part of so many of the dishes here in Budapest as the flavor does, and they really put so much thought into both, and it is so fantastic. This final pastry is the Gerbeaud cake, named for the cafe, so you know it's gonna be good. And it has a chocolate outside, but it's a short crust pastry with homemade apricot jam, ground walnuts, and apricot liqueur. Boom, layers. Definitely the like densest of what we've had today. You're getting your calories in there, but it is so good. Anytime you get fresh jam is a treat, and to get it like this in a cake with delicious fresh pastry, that's fantastic. And this is so good. I'm so excited that we were able to get this, because we definitely would not have been able to order 3 whole cakes. The perfect treat here in Budapest, and you can't beat the atmosphere either. This cafe holds so much history. It started in 1858, so it has seen the days of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's seen the wars. It's seen so much. It has changed hands since then. It has changed locations since then. In the location that it's in now, this place between the world wars was where the well-to-do ladies would come after a long day of shopping to get their little sweets and some coffee, and it's just, I get why. Like, it's such a beautiful atmosphere to be relaxing, feeling fancy, and just enjoying your sweets in a sweet place. So this is a kürtöskalács. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's what it is. And it is also known as a chimney cake or a spit cake. This actually goes back to medieval times here in Hungary, and still today is very much enjoyed. Back then it was kind of a royal class sort of thing, and now it has just become a classic for everyone to enjoy. We are at Molnár's, and this was on Taste Atlas as one of the best chimney cakes in the city. It was made on a spit, and we watched it, and they take this yeast dough, they cover it in butter. The one I got is the cinnamon one. They roll it in the cinnamon sugar and roast it in a charcoal oven. And look at how it comes out, almost like a cinnamon roll. Cinnamon sugar obviously adding the sweetness, the nice cinnamon spice. But the warm yeast roll is just absolutely perfect. Not only does it come in plain or cinnamon sugar, there's so many varieties, and they even sell it with ice cream on the inside. I even got a poppy seed. And the kind of fun thing about ordering the poppy seed is that the cinnamon sugar one is really not that warm. That's the one that they're going through, so they just have it pre-packaged, ready to go. But here...
Is this why it's called a chimney cake? Because it's smoking. It's fogging up my glasses.
Perfect warmth. This is next level. Poppy seeds are just giving the perfect amount of earthy flavor to it. It is just coated. I'm worried that it's in my teeth. So we've had a decent amount of poppy seed desserts since we've been here in Europe. And I was wondering why this one is like standing out so far above the rest. And Ivan brought up, they literally toast this on a spit in the charcoal oven. Like this is toasted poppy seeds. It's fantastic.
Soproni, Hungarian beer. Dark, malty, those like caramelly flavors, a little bit of sweetness. That's nice.
I got Tokaji. This is a sweet Hungarian wine. Hungary is the 7th biggest producer of wine in Europe. This is a wine with a designated origin. To get a Tokaji wine, it has to be from here. And let's give it a go. That's nice. A lot of times when you get a wine that like they call sweet, it can be overly sweet and you're like, I can't drink this. Other times you get a sweet wine that has too much dryness and it's just like, is this really a sweet wine? Is there really sweetness here? This truly is like a very delicate, beautiful balance that it is hugging between sweet and dry. It's definitely sweet, there's no doubt about it, but the dryness like grounds it. It makes it feel like you can drink a whole glass, you can share a whole bottle without feeling like you're being overly indulgent. I had to get the chicken paprikash, and it is a chicken in like a paprika sauce, paprikash meaning paprika, and then here on this side we have homemade dumplings. Chicken paprikash sounded weirdly familiar considering I've never had it before. And then I realized from when Harry met Sally, they're at the Met and they're like, let's talk in this accent all day. Waiter, there's too much pepper in my paprikash.
Waiter, there's too much pepper on my paprikash. On my paprikash.
But if Harry and Sally knew about it, Sally was a very picky, specific eater, so this has got to be good. Oh my gosh. It looked like it was gonna taste amazing, but it tastes even better than it looks. The paprikash itself has so much complex, delicious flavor. Paprika is a big deal here. They take it seriously. They have a lot of variety. This is a really, really good complex one. This is absolutely delicious. This is so perfect and warming and flavorful. Oh man, I don't even want to share. This is a perfectly moist, soft, delicious chicken breast. But the flavor from the sauce is what's like doing the most. It's absolutely fantastic. I would put this on everything. The homemade dumplings too are fantastic. Like the fact that they're handmade and that they're uneven, like you get sort of this like different consistencies within the texture as you eat it. And it's just doughy deliciousness, like, oh man. Hungarian food is good. There's a lot of cool history and sights to see here in Budapest, but I think the food is truly a key reason to come here. Like, it is fantastic. Waiter, there is definitely not too much pepper in my paprikash. This paprikash is perfect.
I got the beef goulash, Hungary's national dish. In Austria, we tried goulash, and when it came, it was like a thick, creamy sauce, basically. And I was like, goulash? This? Oh, hey, I'm no expert.
Kind of like the paprikash.
Yeah, it kind of looked like that. And I was like, hey, I'm not the expert. I don't know what I'm doing. You call it goulash? It's goulash. This is also goulash, and this is what I had in mind. Excited to finally try it. I can already see like little bubbles of the fat on the top here. like on top of that very thin, but I think deceptively simple, because I'm seeing a lot of color and a lot of smells coming off of this. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump in. Oh yeah. Whoa. It's doing some heavyweight flavor, I'll tell you that much. Delicious peppers and onion flavor, but I haven't had a chunk of onion. I think it's just like, it's cooked so long in there, just everything is dissolved and melted into that nice liquid. Even the meat, pillowy soft there. So hearty, really nice carrots. Again, also like 90% dissolved. Potatoes, giving it this nice body, even though the top of it looks so thin. Very humble ingredients too. You know, everyday ingredients, but delivering such a flavor punch. This dish is over 1,000 years old, originating in the 9th century. Shepherds would pre-prepare this meal, and they like over fire cook the stew with all the ingredients, like the onion, the carrots, the meat, until the water evaporated. Basically turned into like this portable food stuff that they could pack away, and then when they're out in the fields, far away from fresh ingredients, they could reconstitute it with water and make this like fresh hot meal. So like the original backpacker food. But if the herdsmen were eating goulash this good, that was a good life.
Unfortunately, we have to leave Budapest, but we weren't done with our Budapest food. But first, an announcement from our sponsor, train people.
Public transportation.
Public transportation is a highly recommended form of transportation because it saves the world and also you money. So I recommend public transportation. You can take this train here, and you can also take subways. The oldest subway in all of Europe is in Budapest. And that's the end of our sponsored messages, I think, hopefully. Anyway, we couldn't leave Budapest without a little more Budapest food. We weren't ready to leave. So we got these Túró Rudis. This is a classic candy here in Budapest, but we couldn't find it in the candy section because it's actually refrigerated, because it is a like cheese curd on the inside. We got the original, and we also got a strawberry. The original is, it looks chocolate covered like cheese curd.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
That's a really good candy. I feel like we've been saying this all day, but they're towing the line between kind of like the cheesy, creamy savoriness of the curd and the sweetness of the chocolate. This is just a packaged candy that you just buy at the grocery store, but it tastes like something that you would pay so much for it, like a gourmet chocolate shop. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's that good.
And the fact that it's like, it does need to be refrigerated, it is not shelf stable, means that they don't need to put as much preservatives, and I feel like it tastes fresher.
Okay, I know we probably shouldn't, but I just have to try the strawberry too. It is chocolate on the outside, I wasn't sure.
Just a little strawberry jelly in the middle.
If you're feeling something more sweet, this definitely adds more of a sweet flavor to it. It's really nice. But I think this one is the winner. But that's our final taste of Budapest.
Bye, Budapest.
One thing that Ivan and I were talking about that we realized about this city, though, is that the service here has been absolutely incredible. Like, every restaurant, even the more casual restaurants, the service is just on another level. It is so elegant. I'm gonna miss it. I'm sad to go. Budapest has been the Budapest.
We'll be back.
Truly, the eating and drinking and the cafes and the bars here have been like one of my favorite parts of being here. So thanks so much for joining us. Goodbye. We have had the best time in Hungary and can't wait to come back and explore more of this beautiful country. It would truly help us do so if you could please hit that subscribe button. It helps us seriously a ton. We'll see you on the next one, and until then, check out one of these videos. YouTube picked it out just for you.